Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey, gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
That's negative.
Let flight deck know that we're lower.
You didn't get out the door. That mailbag's already ripped out.
Towards that machine gun. Sadly, keep a 4 with a red cross on it that's being held out of a bunker. When we reapproached, they went back in the bunker and just waved the flag outside. All intentions are they are part of the island. Control Warrior 4 spot report. I have a Zodiac. Don't get too close. I have a Zodiac. I have a looks like a open bottom steel boat with a motor.
Those are covers.
Hey, this is Control. Say again, you're broken over.
Those are covers.
Roger, I have machine guns with covers over them. I have a Zodiac. I have a open belt float with a motor on the back. Over. Roger, I understand. Machine guns with covers on them. Zodiac with the motor on the back. The machine guns look like they're going to be ready to use or what?
No.
No, they're not in use. They're standing by themselves. There's no personnel close. The only personnel were next to a white flag. It's a white flag, approximately 4x4, with a red cross on it. That's being held out of a bunker. When we reapproached, they went back in the bunker and just waved the flag outside. All intentions are they are trying to surrender. Roger, we're going to bring you back in now for the refueling, rearming, and also B5 for the firing weapons at this time.
2300.
I think the rest remain clear at this time, over. Roger, we're remaining in an observation position. They are continuing to wave the flag, though.
Yeah, they're walking.
Roger.
They're what? They were walking about. You still see Mayor walking.
Roger, he's now out walking around with the flag in his hand. There's 2 of them. And they're definitely waving the flag.
Watch him, he's going towards that machine gun.
Sadly, keep your eye on him. He's going in the direction of that machine gun. And we're going to be opening up to the 76 millimeter here pretty soon. Okay, we're pulling them out of the bunkers, man, and we just got 1 out of the bunker. There's another out of the bunker. Okay. I've lost you. Where are you at? I'm on the north side of the island.
Yeah,
we're pulling guys out of the bunker. Relay back to Mom that these guys are surrendering. They're all coming out of the foxholes, waving white flags. And break control. We have numerous personnel now coming out of the bunkers. They're all waving the white flag, all trying to surrender.
Up coming out.
I'd estimate we're up to in excess of oh Lord, we're up to 25 people now or more, all waving a white flag, all standing with their hands in the air. Roger, we're saying 25 personnel now, we're all waving hands in the air. Roger, I'd estimate 20 to 25 personnel, hands in the air, centered around the white flag. Roger, copy. Control, Warrior 3.
Hell, he's right on the damn dial.
Control, Warrior 3. Warrior 3, control, go ahead. He's correct. We've got about 20 personnel, hands in the air, white flag, no weapons visible. Recommend before they try anything else, we go ahead and get the SEALs over here to secure this place with the U-860.
That's right there, the ambulance.
Roger, we're just finishing up our pack fire here and blowing up this vessel. We're going to go ahead and concentrate on getting this situation taken care of now. Yeah, Roger, sir. You're coming in just a little broken. We'll remain here and keep an eye on them. Make sure they don't do anything until you can react. I'll copy, sir. Roger, copy. Hey, you want to land and arrest these sons of bitches? Thinking the same thing. How would you like to land and take them with your 9mm? I don't think so. Let me get a little closer. I'm going to have to sit down. If you would, G, keep pointing right at them. They don't know what you got on board.
Definitely, lots of gun in place.
We're going to move around to the other side. No correction. Why don't you move around to the other side since we got the gun and check the buildings. Okay, I got an artillery piece.
We definitely got lots of gun emplacements here.
We've got, Control Warrior 4, we've definitely got a combo site here. We've got a couple of medium artillery pieces, or is this the artillery pieces?
I'm ready in my pistol, bud.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're landing it.
And, hey, are you taping this?
Yeah.
Roger.
He's walking right up to Dudley. I don't believe it. Greeny! He's giving him up. He's giving up. Watch the other guys.
Hold your pistol out the door for a show of force. Whiskey 4, you got people coming behind you, Frank.
Yep. Fucking good idea, Frank.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they're all coming out.
Okay, I think they came out of this bunker down here. I don't see anybody else.
I don't believe Dudley's doing this.
Thanks for the heads up.
I got more guys coming out here. Shit.
Hey, Control, Warrior 4.
Holy moly. I don't believe it.
Frank, can you talk to Control? Yeah, I can hold him.
You want me to stand down?
Well, we've got even more coming out. These bunkers are just emptying with people.
Hunter, you want me to step out?
Go ahead.
Stepping out.
This is 03. This is Control. I'm putting Chevy on the ground with him. And with their hands in the air or their hands on their head, we're just waiting for you to send somebody over here to pick them up. Roger, we're getting some plans in route. Positive out of 31611 coming up down this frequency for that event. I put Chevy out with both our pistols. Okay. control. Warrior 4. Right, tell them we got a SA-7 also. Control 03, we've got an SA-7 also. Hey, Hunter, you guys, let's stay close to the aircraft. They may have friggin' landmines out here, guys, okay? They're saying they have no weapons and they want to surrender. They're definitely an Iraqi officer, so let's stay close and wait. We're down to 230 pounds of gas. We might have to go to idle here. Roger. Do you want Kibby to stay out with you? What's that? Just have him unbuckle and have his weapon ready. Okay, he's out of the cockpit. Can Blake talk to control? You got two more coming behind you. Two more coming behind you.
Hunter, is yours loaded? Chambered?
Say Whiskey 3, control.
No, it's not chambered.
Control, Whiskey 3.
All right, I'm unbuckling, going over.
Whiskey 3, control.
Okay, I'm gonna walk.
I'm putting Kibby on the ground so I can talk to control.
Okay, I'm gonna move toward this.
Whiskey 3, control.
Would you like to cut the rope? Leg? Okay, we'll get a doctor. We got a doctor.
Lock on the shop. Yeah, let's go track 8030. Covering track 8030. Air shows no mode 4 on 8030. And showing 418 over Rob's call.
This is Nicholas Roger. Has been briefed and is ready to go.
EW, anything?
Will be required to...
Negative ESM. Negative ESM. Negative...
Yeah, of course. Yes, good.
He's leaving the ship. He's going to go to a camp. The Red Crescent Society is at the camp. Word will be sent home to his family that he's safe and that he's alive.
What good fortune you have to be here.
Bring 2 more out, right?
Came back for a visit? Came back to visit Iraq?
Yeah, I came back for a visit. The Iranian war started, so I had to stay. Now the other war started.
Actually, can you tell that to the camera, please?
Tell what?
You came back for a visit?
Well, I came back to Iraq for a visit. And 1 week later, the Iranian war started, so I had to stay there. And now this other war has started. It's been 10 years now.
Since you've been back?
Yeah.
And where are you from?
I came from Chicago to Iraq, and now my parents are in California.
Part of their homeland has been liberated from Iraq. American military officials, though, aren't going quite that far, but they do say Allied forces took 29 Iraqi prisoners on the tiny Kuwaiti island of Qaru, about 25 miles off the coast near the Saudi border. They say three Iraqis were killed. U.S. military officials say the Allied attack followed the raid on 2 Iraqi minesweepers. Both of those sank, yielding another 22 prisoners.
A U.S. helicopter from the guided missile frigate USS Curts, that's FFG38, was on the scene to rescue Iraqi crew members from the minesweepers. Enemy prisoners of war were captured in the water and transported to the USS Curts, where they will be detained pending further transfer to a U.S. military holding facility.
ABC's Mort Dean.
It is becoming a frequent occurrence. Iraqi sailors plucked from the sea after a losing battle. It's one of war's occasional inconsistencies. Rescuers save the very people they had just tried to kill.
You can communicate kind of by pointing to parts of the body and saying, does this hurt? And he'll wince. I just look at his face to see if I think he's injured.
The 86 Iraqis who were brought on board the USS Curts were cold and wet, but otherwise in good condition. Their patrol boats heading to an Iranian port had been attacked by U.S. and British aircraft. Allowing TV coverage, a U.S. officer said, was not similar to what Iraq had done to American POWs.
There was no attempt to parade them before your cameras. We thought that was appropriate to document that we were humanely treating these people.
The prisoners are later transferred to a POW camp, presumably in Saudi Arabia. Morton Dean, ABC News, Saudi Arabia.
Mark Austin explains in this report.
Remarkable scenes that will become a small piece of the history of the war. These pictures, obtained by ITN, show an American Navy helicopter landing on the retaken Kuwaiti island of Garo. On board, the first Kuwaiti military men to set foot on their native land, liberated from the Iraqis. Once they touched down, the first thing they did was to unfurl the Kuwait national flag in celebration. An emotional moment. A tiny part of their country was again in Kuwaiti hands.
All right! This is Garo Island! Hey! Say something!
During the Allied attack last week, several Iraqis were reported to have been killed. Around 30 others say the Allies were captured. On the tiny sand-covered island, these gun emplacements, Iraqi weapons, say the Kuwaitis, with ammunition bunkers alongside. Handheld anti-aircraft missile launchers were also found there, they say. Just 22 miles off the Kuwait coast, Garo is uninhabited, but has a navigator beacon, which now flies the American and Kuwaiti flags. The Allies say the island was occupied by the Iraqis because it's ideal for visual monitoring of shipping activities in the northern Gulf. Now, they say, in the hands of the Kuwait naval forces.
To the crew here, keep up the good work. There are rays of hope that if the progress made on the USS Curts can be duplicated elsewhere, this will be a shorter war. The optimism in Lieutenant John Griffin's hands. It's an Iraqi flag taken from Qura Island. That island is the first piece of liberated Kuwait.
It was a good feeling. You know, I think we did something that made a positive impact for, for the mission over here. And it feels pretty exhilarating for the whole crew.
As you can see, Qura Island is nothing more than a postage stamp-sized sandbar. But to the Iraqi military, it was an outpost to spot incoming Allied aircraft. When the U.S. took this island, but 12 miles from occupied Kuwait, helicopter pilots did nothing more than strafe it with rockets and automatic weapon fire. The choppers refueled repeatedly off the stern of the Curts. Finally, the air assault ended, and the helicopters landed on the island. 51 Iraqi soldiers surrendered to a pilot holding nothing more than a 9mm pistol in the air. Dr. Thomas Moore says 2 Iraqi soldiers were killed in the helicopter attack.
The prisoners looked as if they were cold and wet and tired and were probably tired of fighting.
They are very glad. They are very happy that we captured them. And their morale was down. They are saying, we are pressured to fight. We don't want to fight. And we are waiting you a long time to come take us.
Pilots tell us if the taking of Qura Island is any indication, the Iraqi military is less than they anticipated. Miami native Lieutenant Jim Spurbeck flew a helicopter during the assault.
I think it was success and awe in a sort of sense, just seeing the people and knowing that we were fighting them. They really actually sort of gave up. So in essence, it wasn't much of a struggle.
If there is a sense the Iraqi military doesn't want to fight, it is not for a lack of weapons. In addition to the standard issue AK-47s, the Qura Island outpost was well stocked with rocket-propelled grenade launchers, capable of bringing down helicopters and jets.
Projectiles here, basic like a bazooka, you aim at it, and then you just fire. You blast, comes out of here.
Military strategists say what happened on that tiny little island may be a blueprint for the battle plan of this entire war.
Logistics are not sexy, but logistics are what makes a war machine run. What we're doing is we're severing the Iraqi lines of logistics, the bridges, the roadways, the communications links, the fuel and food getting to the front lines, and making them increasingly isolated.
Captain Montgomery says during the taking of Qura Island, an Iraqi mine layer approached the area. What no one expected was the mine layer would run into its own explosives.
That morning, one of the Iraqi minesweepers had been in the vicinity, had hit their own mine, which I thought was poetic justice.
This far north, the skies are somewhat clouded by the smoke from burning oil. What is quite clear, however, is if Iraq has a battle plan, it either hasn't started or it makes little sense. In the Persian Gulf, I'm Kerry Sanders with the Combat Correspondence Pool.
They continue to pound away at Iraqi positions along the coast of Kuwait. Among the growing number of ships in the area, the USS Curts, a guided missile frigate, a ship Eyewitness News reporter Kerry Sanders spent 5 days on. 5 days in enemy waters.
The crew of the USS Curts. Experts, if for no other reason, this crew liberated Qura Island just days earlier. Down in the mess, 2 sailors from Tampa Bay say, despite the early victories, they expect a long war.
We want to go home. I think everybody on this crew is getting tired of it and wants to have some kind of a end in sight and just say, okay, the war's over, let's go home.
I went to high school in Chamberlain, graduated in '87, and it's nothing like what you read in the books.
What Kevin says will be in the books, the first land taken back from Iraqi forces were 2 small islands most Kuwaitis didn't even know existed. Kuwaiti Marines have set up a small camp on Meridim now. They are the first Kuwaitis to return home to their liberated homeland.
Strategically, I'm told this island doesn't mean much to our forces, so perhaps the most important element of what has happened here today is one of pure symbolism. Over a tiny piece of what is now liberated Kuwait, I'm Kerry Sanders reporting for the Correspondence Combat.
Ship Missouri spent a 3rd day firing its huge guns at Iraqi positions on the Kuwaiti coast.
Now, a Saudi patrol boat also sank an Iraqi patrol boat during an apparent attempt by Iraq to retake Khafji, this time by sea. Eyewitness News reporter Kerry Sanders has been covering the war from the naval point of view, spending 5 days aboard the USS Curts in enemy waters.
You are looking at one of the surprises found by the crew of the USS Curts. It's Belgian-made night vision gear recently owned by the Iraqi military. The quality of these night glasses is so good, American sailors are now using the confiscated equipment.
I think it's kind of neat looking for their mines with their equipment. It's pretty good.
The captured night vision glasses are used to augment standard issue gear on Curts. They are looking for mines. During the day, there are various lookouts scanning the horizon for those floating explosives. On this day, the men on the bow watch are wrapped in Arctic weather gear. When a mine is spotted, it's marked with a flare, and then a Navy dive team blows it up. The USS Curts was designed, built, and commissioned as an anti-submarine ship in 1983. The Cold War over, this fast frigate is now in the northernmost position in the Persian Gulf, doing everything but anti-submarine work. It's believed, of course, the limited Iraqi Navy has no subs. While the crew of the Curts is well aware of its own successes, the taking of an island, the capture of 86 prisoners, the round-the-clock helicopter refueling operations on the ship's stern, news of the overall war is limited.
As to whether Israel should launch a preemptive strike against Iraq without Washington.
On this night, signalman Kevin Smith is working in the galley. The Chamberlain High School graduate gets limited war news from the shortwave radio playing on a ship's speaker.
Only newspapers we get are from Japan, and when we get them, they're about a week late.
And this sailor, he's hoping to hear the war is over.
We're isolated quite a bit. We don't get much mail because I guess the carriers are all being set aside for war material and stuff like that.
There's an overwhelming number of Allied forces here in the Persian Gulf already. And now it appears the Iraqi Navy doesn't even exist.
Allied force commanders say there are really only two threats left at sea, the drifting mines and exocet missiles. Worse by the day is the oil spill. In some places, splotches stain the blue-green waters. In other places, it's a sea of black. Aboard the Curts, the oil spill is not considered a military problem. Ironically, it may actually help helicopter strategy. The skies, darkened by burning oil, give the choppers a place to hide before they drop down along the Kuwaiti shores, attacking enemy strongholds. Aboard the USS Curts, I'm Kerry Sanders, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
Of Iraqi mines that are floating loosely throughout the northern Persian Gulf. Their unpredictability, exactly how many they are or where they are, makes them the greatest threat to the Allied fleet and threatens the landing of Marines once a ground assault has been launched.
One mine was recently spotted by the USS Curts. The crew's mission was to blow it up before it blew them up. A sea stallion was called in to mark the mine with a smoking flare. A diver carrying plastic explosives was lowered down to the churning waters of the Gulf. He carefully attached the charge to the floating mine and set the timer. It is a delicate operation. The diver has only 10 minutes to get out before the whole thing explodes.
It's amazing, you know, that's 150 yards is about all that's left between you and outer space. It gets kind of close there after a while.
One down, hundreds to go, and the search for the floating bombs continues 24 hours a day.
Rescued 20 enemy prisoners of war from the waters of the northern Arabian Gulf. These prisoners of war were from an Iraqi landing craft which was sunk by British Lynx helicopters. Also yesterday, patrol boats at a pier in Qasr were attacked by A-6s.
The attention has focused on the air war. The American and British navies have systematically knocked out several obstacles in the way of U.S. Marines should they be ordered to storm ashore in Kuwait. The Marines, who have 20,000 men, 2 full regimental landing teams waiting in ships just off the coast, need control of the sea before attempting an amphibious assault. The Allied navies wasted no time giving them that control.
Their navy has been rendered ineffective.
The destruction of most of Iraq's patrol boats removes the threat to vulnerable Marine landing craft from seaborne Exocet and Silkworm missiles.
by sending landing teams, some manned by Kuwaiti troops, to retake small offshore islands. The Allies also neutralized bases the Iraqis had set up to control the sea lanes.
They had a garrison on the island with binoculars and radio equipment where they could report back aircraft that were flying overhead inbound so they could give early warning.
In rapid order, the Allies captured the islands of Kara, Maridum, and Dora, which guard the approaches to Kuwait.
They're treating Iraqi prisoners well in hopes word will get back to Iraq and more Iraqis will surrender. Allied officials say the Iraqi POWs say Saddam Hussein has organized execution battalions, death units to punish soldiers who try to desert on the battlefield.
We took the first Iraqi flag and put up a Kuwait and American flag in place of it. It kind of gave everybody a good feeling.
Well, it's, you know, it was a good feeling. You know, I think we did something that made a positive impact for, you know, for the mission over here.
It was kind of happy, you know, the crew was saying, yeah, finally got our chance to do something.
Well, they're all cold and wet from having just been picked up out of the water. Overall, they look like they're in fairly good shape.
I think it was success and awe, in sort of sense, just seeing the people and knowing that we were fighting, and they really actually sort of gave up. So in essence, it wasn't much of a struggle.
I feel that they're probably rallying around their flag. They don't necessarily support the war, but they are feeling extremely pressured to continue to fight.
Cover of darkness, USS Wisconsin continued to pound away at Iraqi targets located in occupied southern Kuwait. Wisconsin's gunner's mates set the coordinates of the ship's 16-inch guns using an experimental pilotless drone, which helped pinpoint Iraqi targets.
And the Curts that patrol deep in the Gulf have taken out oil platforms and Iraqi patrol boats. They have captured the first. Battleships will play a part in a ground defensive. Already, USS Missouri has shelled targets in Kuwait with its 16-inch guns, and it's been joined by the Wisconsin. Now, both are capable of launching projectiles weighing nearly 3,000 pounds, more than 25 miles with deadly accuracy. Battleships, as well as smaller ships in the Allied Armada, are equipped with 5-inch guns that can shell targets ashore.
One swimmer is on the mine, the other swimmer is clear of the mine.
That was the last report.
this 2 weeks ago.
I'm Cincinnati. Thanks. Hi, Jay.
We're at a party. We're at a party and he starts giving us this one.
What is the most hit? Comedy, physical location, and Lord is driving
That's the other wreck, which is, so 150 will take us south of the wreck the way we came in, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to 22 knots. I want the mine looked at. There are guys on both bridge wings on the big eyes looking for lines. Let's get a little bit further over here.
Yes, sir. Mine looks up for most big eyes are big utilized. This is Nicholas Roger. Well, coming, AHIP control. Boy, look ahead of mine.
Where's the mine?
Where's the last hit? Game up on the port side.
Port Knockers.
No.
We have a mine in the water.
Walking down the street, pretty woman, kind I'd like to meet, pretty woman. I don't believe you, you're not the truth. No one can look as good as you. Mercy. Pretty woman, won't you pardon me, pretty woman? I couldn't help but see, pretty woman.
speed rudder?
They go 019.
Yeah, of course, 019.
Like I said to the other ships I visited, Admiral Kelly would be here, but he's thrown this old bowl of crumb. He knows how important Battle Group Alpha has been to me, and I'll tell you, it's great to be back. He asked me to pass along to you just how very proud he personally is of each and every one of you. I've been watching you very close as I have, and we just couldn't be more proud of you. Some of you are TV stars, I know, watched you on TV. How many got on TV? That's great. That's great. That's great. Have you got anybody covering you? You need a... I know that you captured dozens of prisoners, I think 80. I know that you escorted the battleship and the minesweepers. I know you zigzagged through minefields. I know you're the winner of the Arleigh Burke Award. And all of it is just indicative of a fantastic crew and fantastic leadership from the top on down and support from the bottom up. It's what the Navy's all about. What makes me most proud is to see your faces this morning. What keeps me in the Navy is the tremendous dedication that I see throughout the Navy. You're going back to Yokosuka, and they've got a hell of a welcome brewing for you. It's going to be fantastic. I just can't tell you how proud I am of each and every one of you. What you've done for me, that 7.5-year war that Admiral March and I was in, and lots of other people, that took our dignity away because of the poor leadership we had at the top, making us fight something that was unwinnable for 7.5 years. Through the leadership of our president and the carrying out of his orders, which was to win, you brought dignity back to the services, and I salute you. God bless you. I'm going to shake some hands now with the rest of you, because I want to look into your faces and take it back with me, okay?
I think you all have flag ball caps or VIP ball caps from us, but we have a little unique something for your wall here. It's a picture of Curts up in the mines in the northern Persian Gulf with one going off close aboard. Fortunately not on board, but close aboard.
I get a picture in the dress with your picture? That's the boy right there. Most different.